Thanks for tuning in. Now let's get right into it. Like the title says, we're going to be talking about NVIDIA. I'm going to be sharing some of my opinions now that we're getting close to earnings and what I think in the short term and long term. Now, when it comes to long term, because I know some of my viewers, they're long term investors, I think NVIDIA is a great asset in a portfolio. As a matter of fact, I've been holding for NVIDIA in my portfolio for a while, and I've seen it go over $100 a share from where I have it at. So even though NVIDIA hasn't been skyrocketing like some other stocks, it definitely has been moving up. Even though a lot of investors may feel like it's been moving up slowly, it is moving up. So don't lose sight of that. I think this is a great opportunity. If you don't have it in your portfolio, I do think it will go further in the long term. And that's the best way to build wealth is buying great assets, working on increasing your share count, and investing long term. But some of you might want to make money on the short term. Hey, I get that because I do that as well. So what I wanted to talk a little bit about some patterns, usually a week or 2 weeks before earnings, and earnings is coming out August 26th for those of you that are not aware of that, when the market closes. So that's an important date. Circle that on your calendars. Be aware and pay close attention. August 26th, when the market closes, NVIDIA's earnings will be coming out, and that is going to be important to keep a close eye on. Now, when it comes historically, right, the data, 1 week moves immediately before earnings for NVIDIA. This is basically what I was able to gather for those of you that may be thinking about doing options. 2 to 3 weeks before earnings, often bullish momentum. And if you've been watching NVIDIA, you've been seeing it move lately, right? It's been going higher. We're finally around the 225 area, which in my opinion, that's a decision area. And if we can close above that, I do believe we're going to be going higher. So 2 to 3 weeks before earnings, often bullish momentum. Final week can become choppy, which we're getting close to. So be aware that it comes flat as traders wait for the earning results. Earnings day / after earnings, much larger move, but the direction is unpredictable. Usually, what I like to do these days, if I'm playing a stock, I get out of it before earnings because once earnings come out, you have no idea really where it's going to go. A lot of people call that a lotto play. So if you want to do that, just know that's extremely risky. And all the money that you put into it, if you decided to do a call or a put, you could potentially lose it. And those contracts that you put your money into could expire worthless. So just be aware that doing options is risky and you can lose all your money. But some people like to play earnings. A lot of people call those a lotto play because it can go in either way. And you may lose out on your money. So one thing that you could do that's still risky, but it's a little bit safer if you decide to do calls and you're up on it to get out before the earnings, before the market closes on earnings day. That way you secured your money, and no matter what happens, you got your money. Right now, you may have some regret because it may take off. And you might, man, if I would have helped, but just remember that would have been risky. You could have potentially lost your money. And to be honest, when it comes to NVIDIA after earnings, it can go in many different directions. There's been earnings I see it where NVIDIA kills it, which usually it does, and it sells off. Or it does great earnings and doesn't really move in any direction. So with NVIDIA, it's a hard one if you are going to do a lotto play on that one. I'm not going to do that, but I am interested in playing it on the short term, and you already know I have it in my long-term portfolio. One historically, one historically analyst also found that traders have tended to bid up NVIDIA heading towards earning. That doesn't mean it's going to happen every time, but that is something I noticed. Usually, as we get closer to earnings, you could see NVIDIA run up. And if you want to take some risk, you could do a call, as we've been seeing that happen. Now, right now, NVIDIA is in that 225 area, and the stock remains in a bullish longer trend, right? Recent analyst has it above its 20, 50, and 200-day moving average, although short term has started to cool off. Today, I saw NVIDIA go all the way up to close to 228. Honestly, I thought we were going to hit the 228, but then it pulled back and we closed under 225. I believe if we can close 225 as we're getting closer to earnings, there is a possibility where we hit that 230. So I'm going to be watching it to get into some calls, do some scalps, and hope to get some money to towards the upside before earnings. That's my plan. But basically, that 225 is the decision area. I do see that the price moving up. I am bullish right now on NVIDIA, and I do think before earnings come out, we could see this thing run up to 230. And I wanted to share that with those of you that are interested in doing shorts and stuff like that. If you want to try and make money on the short term, I wanted to share my views on it. Now, there's no guarantee that this is going to happen. We have to see if it's going to play out. I'm just sharing with you my opinion and what I'm looking out for. Now, I'd love to know in the comments down below, do you have NVIDIA? Are you bullish? What's your plans with NVIDIA? Let me know down in the comments below. Also, I got the Patreon out. It's up and working. If you want to join a community where we share ideas, we share what we're doing, we bounce ideas off each other, and we're working to build up our portfolios to new levels, then go ahead and click the link. Go ahead and join us. We'd be happy to have you there. And I also got some other useful links in there if you want to check them out. Thank you again, like always, for your time, for watching. If you haven't done so, do me a big favor, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to smash the like. And thank you so much again, and I'll see you on the next one.